That's not an FBI form. That's not somebody calling in an anonymous tip or writing it on some deep, dark place. It's an actual FBI file stating what happened. People are going to have to completely take in what they are seeing with their own eyes, what they're reading, and what they're being told. The reality is, Trump administration is not releasing the information. And look, I got yelled at by the president over this. This is why he called me a traitor. He called me a traitor. I would not take my name off the discharge petition because I stood firmly and said, no, we're going to release the Epstein files. I'm standing with women who were raped as teenagers. I'm not standing with the government. I don't support the cover of whatever it may be. And the president got mad at me, and he told me, and I've said this multiple times, he told me his friend, and that's what he told me, and then we're seeing a continued slow walk and cover up of a lot of this held accountable and questioned for their part, their role, maybe what Jeffrey Epstein was doing with Mossad. No, I highly doubt it, because Netanyahu is coming to the White House tomorrow to make sure that his friend Donald Trump delivers on this war in Iran that Netanyahu wants to happen. So I hate to be the bearer of extremely honest but depressing bad news. No one's going to be held accountable. No one is ever held accountable except the innocent American people. Think about it. The people that were forced to take a COVID vaccine, the parents that couldn't control their school boards, so their kids were taught all kinds of crap. The pro-lifers were sent to prison when they prayed outside of abortion clinics. People that walked in open doors at the Capitol, they went to jail, but no one else goes, no other kind of political protester goes to jail. I mean, no, it's on and on and on. Time and time again, the American people are the ones that pay the price, but never, ever, ever the rich, powerful elites. They never, ever go to jail. Not unless, but not unless they're being taken down for a reason.
You have like Lindsey Graham, like the president tweeting a picture of him and warmonger Lindsey Graham yesterday during the Super Bowl, as if anyone voted for this at all. And then you've got the demon, literally a demon, Satan incarnate, Netanyahu, coming to Washington, D.C., as you pointed out, tomorrow to push for us to go to war in Iran. And then we're still sitting on waiting for 3 million documents to be released that were all supposed to be released. Have you had a chance? Have you gone through any of them at all to know that, like, why are we waiting on these 3 million other documents? Do you have any idea from your experience in Congress on why they would be stonewalling that chunk of documents?
It's totally on purpose. They're being directed to be very careful about what they release. So I'm sorry. I'm one of those. I have seen behind the curtain way too many times and for too long.
Is Jeffrey Epstein just the beginning? Is America controlled not by two opposing parties, but by one powerful political class? And why is Congresswoman Marjorie Greene now saying the Epstein scandal exposes a bipartisan uniparty? Let's break this down carefully, separating rhetoric from evidence, emotion from fact. In a recent appearance on Greene, Marjorie Greene or MTG argued that Jeffrey Epstein was not operating alone. Powerful figures across political lines are protected. Both Republicans and the Democrats benefit from secrecy. The Epstein files are being intentionally suppressed. Now, to understand this claim, we need context. Jeffrey Epstein was arrested in 2019 on federal sex trafficking charges involving minors. He died in jail under highly controversial circumstances. Officially ruled a suicide, but public distracted public distrust exploded because high-profile names appeared in flight logs, surveillance cameras malfunction, jail procedures failed. No major political figures faced prosecution. That vacuum of accountability is what fuels the uniparty argument. The term uniparty suggests that, despite public partisan fighting, elites from both majority parties cooperate behind closed doors to protect shared interest. This concept is not new. Critics across the spectrum, left and right, have used it. But here is the key journalist questions. Is there evidence of coordinated bipartisan protection in Epstein case? Or is this political framing? Let's examine both the sides. Here are verified facts. Epstein had connections to powerful individuals including politicians, billionaires, academics. His association, Ghislaine Maxwell, was convicted in 2021. Some documents have been unsealed, but many remain protected. However, there has been no court ruling proving a coordinated bipartisan conspiracy to protect offenders. That does not mean it's impossible, but journalism requires distinction between suspicion, political rhetoric, verified evidence. MTG frames this as systematic corruption. Critics argue she is using populist language to mobilize distrust in institutions. Both interpretations exist. Why does the uniparty idea connect with voters? Because trust in institutions is collapsing. According to public polling, trust in Congress is historically low. Confidence in federal investigations is declining. Americans increasingly believe elites operate under different rules. When Epstein died in custody in a federal facility, it became symbolic, not just about crime, but about power. Whether intentional or not, the lack of transparency created fertile ground for political narratives like one. Let's examine the strategy timing. When we are in the election cycle, attacking the Union Party positions MDG as anti-establishment appeals to populist conservatives, frames both parties as corrupt, except a small outside factions. But here is the deeper question. If it's truly bipartisan corruption, why has not either party successfully exposed the other? Is it fear, complicity, or lack of concrete evidence? This is where analysis becomes critical. Here is what we know. The Epstein case exposed disturbing failures. It raised serious unanswered questions, but claiming fully coordinated uniparty system requires proof beyond political suspicion. As journalists, we must demand transparency, demand declassification where appropriate, demand accountability without turning unresolved questions into definitely conclusion. Because skepticism is healthy, but credibility is earned through evidence. There are many questions. Is Epstein proof of a political inequality? MTG explosive claim analyzed. MTG says Epstein exposes inequality. Could be Epstein power and inequality narratives. Maybe. For today, that's it. We'll come with a new topic, with a new deeper analysis on Jeffrey's Epstein file. Thank you. Good night to all.